We're going to show you some of this car before we started, Jim. You can see the rear sections here. This is taken out of the photo album that we used when we did the restoration. Let's see, it was pretty rotted. That there is the actual car. See, there's some of the rot that the original chassis had. You can see that we had to replace the door hinge pillars. We did that on both sides, as well as that arm coming down, and the new floor pans, new inner toe boards. Here's a shot with the arm in, and you can see the rest of that pillar brace. Another shot of the door pillar that we just put in. That's a shot of the rear section. The whole rear section of this car is all new. We utilized nothing from the old part. There was just nothing there. New wheel arches, new inner wings, new outer wings, everything. Here's a shot of the rear bulkhead, the right side. You can see the new inner wheel arch put in the floor. All the floor, excluding the arch and the wing, are all 18 gauge steel. The arch is 20, and so is the wing. Here's a shot of the trunk area there again. The floors and all that are 18 gauge steel. They're not 22 gauge steel as original. They're a little bit heavier. There's a shot of the front part of the chassis. And the inner forward part of the bulkhead, rear bulkhead. There's a shot of the rear shroud and the trunk lid before we had the trunk lid fixed. Shot of the car. The doors were repaired from the body line down in 18 gauge steel, then leaded. Both the front and rear fenders are new. The trunk area primered. There's a shot of some of the, that's off the BJ8 that we were doing, the rear wheel arch area. The whole car was done in zinc chromate primer, DP40, and then it was painted. And there's a shot of the center shroud on, and the substructure. Shot of the firewall area. And that is of the wheel arch and the right side. There's the trunk pan area again. That's the forward part. All that's new. Everything. Even the tunnel for the transmission was replaced. And you can see the new floors, the inner sills, everything. There's a shot of the underneath the floor on the driver's side. Here's a British Heritage document. I don't know how well you can see or read that. Okay, there's the car. It's a 1961 Mark II two-seater Tri-Carb. You'll notice that the body alignment is very good on it. The color is antique turquoise poly with a white inset. There's a shot of the interior. This has a leather interior kit in it. New steering wheel. it's in pretty good shape. You can see the door gap. Body alignment in this car is very good. Very, very consistent. Has the Dayton 72 spoke stainless spoke wheels on it. For the trunk. Bumpers, front and rear were re-chromed. All the other chrome has either been redone or new. Shot of the passenger side. The Armacord material that they do put in the back of these two-seaters, I chose to do it in automotive carpet. It's a lot cleaner and it's not as dirty, and the carpet is tailor-fitted to the car. Well, we also did the trunk in carpet. We put in some particle board as a base for the trunk, opposed to putting tools in the trunk and just having all the panels damaged. Now you mount your spare on top in the center as it would normally go, and you can put anything in the trunk and it not get dirty on you. Bay. I did take liberties in chrome a bit. All these parts though are the original Austin Healey parts. They've just been chromed. If you wanted to bring it back to the way it was when it came off the assembly line, all you'd have to do is paint the appropriate colors. Nothing outside of that has really been changed. I just prefer to have a little bit. There's a shot of the inner structure there. The red is new. Later on I'll go through everything that we've replaced on this car to give you an idea. There's the hood. This car is in very good shape. There's the section that you saw earlier in the film that we had to rebuild. Very difficult to see, but it came out very nice. There's a shot of the front of the car. And the whole car was completely stripped. It was done in base coat, clear coat, two-part paint system. And the list of new parts is endless. We were running out of sunlight here, and I hope this will work. I'll check it when I get home to make sure it's okay. You can see the door jamb area. Everything in there is new. That whole pillar corner, both sides, has been replaced. Inner sills, outer sills, everything. You can see the chrome door stop. The hinges we paint on aluminum colors because we found that every Healey that we've taken apart, the original color that they're painted, which is the color of the body shell, always shows them half painted with the paint chipping on it, but with them being aluminum, it just details out the door jamb a little. Here we have a new door catch, door jamb area. It's rear wheel arch area. Here's a shot of underneath the car. See, the chassis rails are nice and straight. Car doesn't rattle or shake when you drive it. New gas tank in it. Use the standard SU fuel pump. I put in a Stewart Warner pump. I've never had a problem with one of them. The dual batteries will run one 12-volt battery. We've just put a new rear U-joint in it. The car had a bit of a vibration in it. That seems to be what was wrong. Here's the other door jamb. Another one we've just completed. This car is about 30,000 Canadian would buy it. This car here has not even been on the road yet. We're still waiting for the chrome date and wires for it and the new Pirellis. Has complete new exhaust on it. Good. Now this is a 1960 BT7. Basic history of the car was that it was maintained by Steve McQueen's mechanic at one time. and the fellow I bought it off of had owned the car since 1970, and he was about 78 years old. It was found in a garden in behind his house, and we use this as our class restoration car. We still have to put the cover on the battery and the hold down straps. This has a new red in it, lots and lots of new parts. Good, clean, straight car. This car here has 4 hot dipped galvanized fenders on it, so they will no longer rust anymore. There's a shot of the side. Nice clean straight line. On the right side. Good looking car. This also has a new dual chassis into it, and the car runs and handles very, very nicely. Once again, this model here we're looking for 30,000 Canadian. The Tri-Carb we're looking for around 40,000 Canadian. Both are very, very good cars, very sound. Now this car here will have Dayton chrome wires and trolleys put on it before it's sold. And the 2-seater BN7 already has much concludes the tape. These are the 2 cars we have for sale. The 2-seater that you inquired about is the blue and white one, and it is once again for 40,000 Canadian. And the BT7 is for 30,000 Canadian. And the thing that really separates these 2 cars is The BT7 is a fresh restoration, but it is a BT7. It's not a Tri-Carb. I mean, there's thousands of these around. There's only very few of the two-seaters, and that's where the price difference is. Anyway, it will be detailed enough for you to get some sort of idea as to whether or not it's worth coming down and looking at these cars. I hope to hear from you, and thank you.